Hello everyone and welcome to your literacy video for Thursday, April 30th, 2020. Wow, we are almost done with April. Can you believe it? We're going to start off our literacy video with some shout outs. Also, I'm so excited that we have written our informational paragraphs and I cannot wait to put in some shout outs for scholars that send me pictures of their informational paragraphs. I've already gotten a few, so keep sending those in, and I can't wait to have some shout outs for informational paragraphs. Right now, let's do some shout outs for Alexia scholars. My first one is for Elijah and DePaul. Say, way to go, Elijah. And my next one is for Skylar in University of Chicago. Say, way to go, Skylar. Nice job, friends. Let's do a cheer for Skylar and Elijah. Let's do the Ballin' on Fire cheer into Skylar and Elijah. So Ballin' on Fire into Skylar and Elijah is up. 1, 2. Ballin', ballin' on fire. Elijah and Skylar. Nice job. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. We have a few new things to learn today, so I'm very excited to get started. So for this video, you will need your literacy packet and a pencil, or you will need a blank sheet of paper and a pencil. Luckily, all of the printed packets are available outside of Great Lakes Academy in the blue vestibule. So if you don't have it printed, I would highly recommend going to Great Lakes and grabbing one of the printed packets so you can follow along easily. Now, we're going to think all the way back in time to fables. Remember, we read about mice and ants and grasshoppers and tortoises and hares. And so, remember these examples from lessons? Pay attention to the whole thing, not just the parts. Keep going and do not give up. Work first, play later. All of these are examples of lessons from the stories and fables that we've read. Pause the video and see if you can figure out which lesson goes with which story. Nice job. So this first one, pay attention to the whole thing, not just the parts. That is 7 Blind Mice. Keep going and do not give up. That's going to be Tortoise and the Hare. And work first and play later. That is, you guessed it, Ants and Grasshopper. Nice. So lessons, those are big ideas that you can remember after you're done reading a text. Another name for an important message is the essential meaning. So when you look closely at a text, you can think about and discover the important messages or the essential meaning. The essential meaning, that is the important message that the author wants us to learn after reading the whole book. So remember when we were thinking about a main topic like these? Jane did many things to learn about animals. Jane was curious, and Jane's dream of working with animals in Africa came true. If you remember that essential meaning or main topic, touch your nose. If you remember that Jane was curious, touch your ear. If you remember that Jane dreamed of working with animals in Africa, stick out your tongue. Nice job. Okay. So thinking about this main topic, that's going to help us remember what the text is mostly about. And to figure out the essential meaning, we need to think about the lesson that the author wants to teach us. So we've been reading Me, Jane. And this book is all about Jane Goodall's life. But what can we learn from Jane's life that we can use in our lives? So what can Miss Cherney learn from Jane's life that I can use in my own life? What can you learn as a scholar from Jane that you can use in your life? Let's think about that. Fill in the blank for these sentences. They're going to help us think about the essential meaning of Me, Jane. There are a number of different things that could fit in these blanks. So I'm going to say some things that I think could fit. You are also going to think about your favorite words that could fit in some of these blanks. For example, dreams can come, what fits there? What did we learn? Jane dreamed of helping animals in Africa, and that dream came true. So what would you put in this blank? Dreams can come. Write it down in your packet now. And if you don't have the packet, you're going to write 1, dreams can come, and figure out what is missing in that blank. We know that Jane Goodall had a dream, and that dream was to work in Africa with real animals, and that dream came true. So what are you going to fill in the blank? Nice. If you need more time, pause the video and meet me back here. The next thing we have is be blank about animals and nature, and you will learn a lot. Think about some of the vocabulary words that we've learned. We've got the word cherish. We've got words like characteristics of animals. We've got features. We have observe. We have curious. So let's think about this. Be features about animals. Be curious about animals. Be observant about animals. Which one of those fits? Pick your favorite and put it in that line. If you don't have the blank sheet of, if you don't have this packet printed with this blank, please go ahead and write this whole sentence down and write the word in the blank that fits the best. Do these last two on your own. You can always discover new things in nature if you are. A lot of things could fit there. What are some of the things that Jane did to discover things in nature? What is a trait that you could show that would be helpful to discover new things in nature? And last, your blank can come true if you're curious about the world. This one, I'm going to leave it to you all by yourself because you already kind of figured this one out in the first blank. So pause the video here, fill in the blanks with your best guesses, and then I'm going to meet you back here to reveal our essential meaning of the text. Okay, so now you should have all of these blanks filled out, and you should be now thinking about the essential meaning of the text. What sorts of ideas are churning in your brain right now? What sorts of things do these sentences make you think? I'm going to reveal the essential meaning of our text. In your packet, you probably just see black boxes, but that's because you need to tune into the video to see the essential meaning of our text. So let's go ahead and unhighlight these. Ta-da! Here's our essential meaning. Being curious. Being, if you repeated curious, nice job. Being curious and discovering new things can help your dream come true one day. Dream or dreams come true one day. There you go. As a bonus, please go ahead and type in the essential meaning when you type in your name at the end of this video in Google Classroom to show me that you made it to this part of the video. So this would mean you're typing your name. So I would type in Miss Cherney and I would type in the essential meaning of the text. Now it doesn't have to be exactly this. It could say something like, I can make my dreams come true by being curious. Any essential meaning that you took from me, Jane, I would love for us to have some posts about all the different essential meanings that have to do with all of the scholars' lives in DePaul and UC. I think that'll be so juicy and it'll be so fun to read. Okay, we're gonna keep going, but remember, when you write your name, go ahead and write down an essential meaning that you identified with in your life in the comments for this video. Okay, we're moving on to some grammar. Now, this is a new concept, and so scholars, if you do not get it right away, that is okay. The first thing that we're gonna do is play a quick game, and this game is gonna help us figure out some of the things with our grammar. So I'm gonna stop sharing my screen for just a minute, and we're gonna play Simon Says. So I want you to tell me, well, I want you to show me all of the directions that Simon says. If Simon does not say, then you didn't win. Okay, let's practice. Simon says, touch your nose. Stop touching your nose. Now, Simon didn't say stop touching your nose, so make sure your finger was still there. Okay, Simon says, blink one eye. Can you do that? If you can't do that, Simon says, blink both eyes. Blink 3 times fast. Now, Simon did not say to blink 3 times fast. I wonder who I tricked. Okay, next one. Point to a pencil or pen on your desk. I didn't trick some of you. Simon says, point to a pencil or a pen close by you or your desk. Simon says, point to the blue pen that I'm holding up. Good, you should be pointing towards your screen. Nice job. Okay, last one. Simon says, point to a chair. Point to any chair in your room. Point to a chair. It could be a couch, could be a sofa, could be a chair in your kitchen, any sort of chair. Point to a chair. Good. Oh, Simon says point to a chair. There you go. Okay. Simon says point to the chair. And when I say the chair, I mean this brown chair. Point to the chair on your screen. Simon says point to the chair on your screen. Good. Okay. Simon says the game is over. Nice job. Now, what words were different about pointing to a chair in your room or pointing to the chair right here? I've underlined them here to help you. Yes, Simon says point to a chair could be any chair. But then when I said Simon says point to the chair, I meant it had to be this one. So when a is used, it can be any chair. And when the is used, it's a more specific chair. Thinking about these differences helps us figure out one type of determiner. Remember, those are the words that go before nouns, called articles. Can you say article? I did not hear everybody say article. Good. Say article. Nice. An article is like the word a or the word the or the word and they come before nouns. So let's learn some more about articles. Look at my sentences. She observes a miracle. The girl went to a farm. The boy read a book. The class had an apple for a snack. What are the nouns in these sentences? Write them in the box. Now, here's the box that you can write them in. It might be helpful for you to annotate by underlining the noun. So she observes a miracle. There's a noun. The girl went to a farm. Now, if you're getting stuck with nouns, remember, a noun is a person, place, or thing. What a noun. A noun is a person, place, or thing. What? So now that we remember that a noun is a person, place, or a thing, let's keep underlining the people, places, and things. I see a person right here, that's a boy, and a thing, here's a book, and the class, that's a thing, a group of people. Here's another thing, and another thing. So here are all my nouns that I have underlined. I've also, don't worry, written them all right here. So your box should have the nouns too, just like my box. If you need more time, go ahead and pause the video and I'll mute you back here. Okay, now the determiners for these nouns are like tagging the nouns. They're showing you which noun we're talking about. And this tag, I like to call it a tag because it comes right before the noun. So it's like a tag on a piece of clothing. It comes right attached to the noun. And the tags for these nouns are the, a, and an. Those are the articles that we're thinking about. So if we go back up to my nouns, remember, I went and I underlined this word, miracle. The word that comes right before, let me do that a little bit better, miracle. The word that comes right before miracle is this word, a. That is the first article. The next one that we have is girl. And the article that comes right before girl, the tag that's attached to girl, is the article the. So go ahead and circle all of the articles now that are right before the nouns that you underlined. Pause the video and I'll meet you here when you're done. Excellent. You should have found a, the, an A. Thumbs up if you got that. And if you didn't get all of those, sending energy your way. We're still learning. It's still tricky. So the next thing you're going to do is circle all the articles in the sentences. And if you're having trouble noticing the words a or and, think about the nouns that you underlined and then look directly in front of them to find the article. So this is the same thing. You're just doing it all by yourself now without my video to help you. Here's an anchor chart that I would normally put on the wall in DePaul, or Ms. Rossi would normally put on the wall in UC to help you remember the 3 articles. SpongeBob is telling us why articles are important. They're a specific type of determiner. That's the word that comes before a noun. And there's only 3, a, an, and the. So you're going back to this page, underlining the nouns and circling the articles all on your own. And to make it a little bit easier, they're the same sentences we just had before. If this is getting pretty tricky, you can take a quick break. You can take 3 deep breaths. And I want you to keep going because this is a really juicy idea and it's really getting you ready for 2nd grade. So I'm sending you energy and I cannot wait to meet you back here for our next video. Best of luck and have a really great rest of your day.